Hello everybody. Hoping you're having an amazing day, and if you're not, just have a cup of coffee. Just tell yourself that today is gonna be an amazing day, okay? So in this video, what I wanna show you is how you can add a review section to your website without using a Wix app. So we're gonna build it from scratch. That way, one, you have more control. Two, you don't have any monthly subscriptions. And three, you can, design it the way you want it. So let's get into it. Awesome. So once you're on your website, we're gonna do the first step, which is adding the section where you want the review. This is just a testing website that I created. So it's very just simple, easy template. Let's say you want to have your review section here, and all you gotta do is, of course, add a banner, and this is where I want to host my my reviews. Once you do this part, the second thing is adding we call interactive, a grid using a repeater. So this is the one that we're gonna use. And I'm gonna add it right here. Can adjust it. Now remember that when you do this part, you can adjust design however you want it. This is what I'm doing, and I'm gonna make this a little smaller. And the reason why you also don't want a picture that's too big is because a lot of the times, if the person submits a review and it has a low quality picture, this is not gonna look good. So the smaller it is, the better. This is something we can name, just leave name, and here we can name title for review. And one thing is, this thing is gonna change, so don't worry about the content that is here, because we're gonna connect it to a database, so this is not gonna matter. But if you just want it for you to be able to remember what section it is, just name. You can even put this as name, title for reviews, and this description. Of course, that's a picture, and you can again adjust it as however you prefer. Okay. So also, one of the things that you want to change here is what the text looks like, because once you leave it like that, it will always be like that. You won't be able to change it later unless you delete it and you add it again. Or you could, but it's a little bit more complicated. So we're just gonna set it at 20, and then we're gonna move this right here, and we're gonna add the second option, which is gonna be the reviews. One thing is, you're gonna notice you don't see the input option here, and that's because this specific site, I haven't turned on the developer mode yet. So if you haven't done it, then you're not gonna be able to see the input version here. But if you did it already, then you should be able to see input there. So let's just turn it on. And again, if you have not much experience with Velo or coding or anything, don't be scared by these little things that are gonna show here. It's just some extra tools that you can use later. For now, we're not gonna need it, so we're just gonna minimize that, and then we can move this right there, so that way it's hidden. And then we're gonna go back to the toolbar right here, and now you're gonna see is right here, it says input, and then you have ratings. So you have two types of ratings. You have the display ratings and the input ratings. So the first one we're gonna use is the display ratings, because we want people to see what the stars are, and we can just add it right here. So you just drag and drop it right there, and then on settings, we're gonna change the name for service rating. And we can keep a rating. So rating, I'm not sure, you can name it anything you want. So you just leave it like that. And now you have what you need for the front end. Now we gotta create our form, and you have two options. One is you can create a page for it, or you can create a light box. A light box is just gonna be like a pop-up. So what I tend to do is, usually I'll do it this way. I will drag this a little bit to the bottom, and I'm gonna add a text right here. So let me show you what I do. Gonna add here, and we're gonna add, you can name it testimonials or reviews, whatever you want to name it. It can be here. And then under this text right here, or this title, I'm gonna add a smaller text that's gonna be add your review. So we can add it right here, and then I can say write your review or write your testimonial. And then we're just gonna leave it as center, and that's it. So you have it right here. So when people come down to see what the testimonials look like, they can also click on this, and they're gonna be able to add their own testimonial, their own reviews. So right now, this is all what we need for the home page. If that's where you wanna add it. If you wanna add it somewhere else, it's gonna be the same process. You just wanna add a banner and then, or a strip, then just add the repeater, add a title, and add, this can also be a button. If you don't want it to be a text, you can add a button instead, it doesn't matter. But once you have this, make sure that you add the ratings. That way it displays how many stars the person is adding to the review. And now we're gonna create a light box, and that's what I prefer. And the reason is it makes it much easier to just be all on the same page instead of taking it somewhere, and it's just easier to add a light box. So we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go where it says interactive. Once you're here, you're gonna see it says light boxes. So we can find one. Doesn't matter which one you pick, because we're gonna, you know, design it. So we're gonna click on this one. Once you're right here, we're just gonna delete this. We don't need that. We also don't need that. We'll delete that. Pretty much we left it all blank. And the button is right here to close it. And if you wanna change the overlay, you can just click on this box right here, or color, and then you're gonna see this message that says change overlay. We can just set a color, and then we can set it to be a little bit lighter, so that way you can see what's behind it. So once we have that, the second option is gonna be adding an input. And then here, because we wanna have their name, so we're gonna go here, gonna add the name. And then from here you can do copy paste. So in this one, we're gonna copy and then paste, and it's gonna be based on what you want, right? In this case, you don't want anybody to just come and write any type of review. So you wanna request either email or something that it's gonna, you know, kind of like prevent just to everybody coming and putting their review, and then later you have to come down and delete it. Because in the way we're going to do it today, you don't have an approval, because it's a little bit more complicated. But again, it's not that difficult to do. I can show you next video on how to do it. It's just a longer process. So the best way to prevent that is by requesting an email and making it mandatory. So in this case, I'm gonna change this, gonna name it name. You can also name this section as nickname. You can also name it as full name. Here we're gonna say we want your email. Gonna be email. And then here we're gonna make it mandatory. So they have to put their email in order for them to be able to proceed. Then we're gonna add another option right here under input. We're gonna go back to ratings, and here we're gonna go to rating input. So you can select the box that you like the best. Now, if you prefer to have the stars first, we can always set it however you want to. So in this case, they gotta select what rating they want, their full name, their email, and then we're gonna do one last. This is gonna be for their title, or name your review. That's what we can name it. Name your review. And then last one, we're gonna add a box, which is gonna be also under input. We're gonna find a text box, and then here we can just add it right there. And this is where they can type the review. So we're gonna say, please write your review. Okay, sorry for the spelling. Okay, so there it is. So you have the full name, the email, the review, and the review title, or name your review. A lot of people like to do this option now, because they can name it anything they want, something cool. This is for writing the review, and then you need a button to submit everything. So the button can be anything. You can select the style for your website. Just gonna put this one right here, and we're gonna change the text. Gonna click submit. You can even put submit your review. It's up to you. You can just, you can design it however you want to. You don't have to do it exactly the way I'm doing it. This is just how you can do it, and then you can change the color and all stuff. Now we're gonna just exit this for now, and we're gonna go back to this section, and we're gonna go under light boxes, and then it's right there. So we're gonna rename it, and this is what's gonna be called reviews, or review form. That way you know exactly what it is. Click done, and then we're gonna exit. So you have the two parts that you need. You have your your display for the reviews, the title, the ratings, and now we have the light box, which is gonna be the form, and the form can be again set up however you want to. And then we're just gonna click exit. Now we're gonna do the next step, which is gonna be creating a database, and the database is what's gonna connect everything, so that way you can display and people can add the reviews. So how do you do this? You're gonna go under content manager. Again, if you don't see this option, it's probably because you have your developer mode off. So if I turn it off, sometimes you won't see it. So make sure that if you're not able to see it, it's gonna be because this is off. So you can always turn it back on, and then just minimize this because you don't need it. But it's right here, content manager. Once you're here, we're gonna go where it says create a new collection, and we can start by creating. Here we're gonna name it reviews collection. You can name it just reviews or whatever is easier for you to recognize. And then here where it says site content, we're gonna go to custom use and set custom permission. Now this is the first thing that we're gonna select, is who can read this content, because we want people to see this reviews or testimonials. We're gonna click that anybody can see them, and then who can create content. We're also gonna put anyone, that way people are able to write the review. If you put members or admin, they have to be able to log in into this page. So this is the step that I was mentioning earlier. If you want to set some type of kind of like step, like an extra step, so people don't just come and write reviews and they never purchase anything, that's when you can create a members area, and you can do that part where you can hide that form only for members, and somebody that already got the service or already purchased something can come and write a review. But that's if you want to. Again, you can do whatever you like, and then I can show another video on how to do members area. It's going to be the same step, but instead of putting the form for the reviews on the lightbox, we're going to put it inside the members area. So we can do another video on that. But for now, we're just gonna keep it as anyone. And then who can update this? Also, we can keep it as anyone in here. Who can delete this? Only admin. Then we're gonna set and create, and that's it. So now, once you finish doing that part, there's this new window that's gonna come up here, and you're gonna have the few options. So the first one that we're gonna create is gonna be here. We're gonna change it to full name. And this is something you won't be able to change because it's the one that it gets created automatically. But here on field type, you're gonna leave it as text because it's only text that is gonna be added to there. Now, if you want people to be able to create some kind of custom text, like change the size and doing all that stuff, then you use something more like a rich text. But again, because this is something that's already set, you won't be able to change it, but I'll do it on the next one. So we're gonna click save, and then we're gonna do the next one. This is gonna be image, or you can name it picture. And then here, you gotta make sure you select image. This is so people can add their own picture or a product picture or whatever it is that they're gonna add with the review. That's why this is very important. Again, now we're just gonna click save. We're gonna add email, and then it gets automatically created. Here, we're gonna leave it as a text also because we're not doing anything crazy on this, and then just click save. Then the next one is gonna be description. You can also name a review if you like, but this is where they can write whatever review they're gonna write is gonna go in this section, and here we can keep it as a text. But again, if you want them to be able to change the font, the size of their text, then you can put a rich text, and they're gonna be able to do that. But if you leave it as just text, it's gonna be the one that you already set for the page. And I recommend this one because then you don't want people to be creating something super crazy with their text, making it too big or too small. So we'll just leave it there and then save. And then the last one is gonna be ratings. And then here is gonna be number, because they're gonna be able to set if they want a 5-star, 3-star, 1-star, and then we're just gonna click save. So now let's go back to this. So you have your full name, and you can always drag if you wanna move it, email, description, image, and ratings, and then you can just close this. You don't have to do anything. Now let's make sure we have all the sections that we need. So you have your full name. We need the title for reviews, so that's one option we're missing. So we have the description or the review, the ratings, and the image. So the only thing we're missing is title for reviews. So we're gonna go back to Content Manager, to the reviews collection, and then we're just gonna add title review or review title. And apologies that my computer is a little slow right now, but I'm running other programs on the other screens. Okay, so here it is. So we're gonna add name your review. You can also name it title review, and then click save. Also, we're gonna leave it as a text. So click save. So there you go. Now, as you can see, you have your full name, email, the description or the review, the image of the product or the person, whatever image that they're adding, the review number, if it's 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, and the title. So we're just gonna move this here. There you go. So the way it's arranged doesn't matter. You can also do title here, email, full name. It doesn't matter. This won't affect anything. So you can set it according to what is best or how you feel more comfortable. So it doesn't matter if you do it this way or you can change it around. Once you finish this part, you can just close this. And now we're gonna connect this to this data set. So gonna go back here. Then we're gonna go to add content elements, And now you're gonna see two options, data set and data form, because this is something that we want people to see, then not to change or add. We're gonna select the first one. And once you're here, you're just gonna go to settings. Under settings, you're gonna see you have a few options, but you gotta find the one that you need, which is the reviews collection that we just created. If you name it something else, it's gonna be here. So you just select that one. Everything will automatically, get filled. Here, you gotta say read only because you're displaying the information. This is not a form. Then here is how many reviews you wanted to show. In this case, we can click, just like 7 reviews, because after that, I feel like it's a lot. And then if you want to add a button where people can go and see the rest of the reviews, you can also do that. But to be honest, after 7 reviews, people are not going to continue reading unless they're like really just being into the gossip. So don't worry about this too much, but it's up to you. If you want to add 20 there, you can add 20. So that's the amount of reviews that it's going to be displaying. Once that's done, just close it. And now we're going to go here in this section. So the first thing we're going to connect is the image. So you're going to click on the image. You're going to see here, it says connect to data set. But one thing that you want to do before you connect it is make sure that you like the settings. So we're going to go on the settings on the image, and then it tells you this open if somebody clicks on it. Once we connected, this won't work, but the only thing that does work is the proportions. So if I unselect this and let's say the person uploads a portrait image, it's not gonna look good. So it's always good to keep proportions. That way it's gonna always try to keep a center. But you can play around, you can decide if you want this option or not. Once we finish that part, we're just gonna close it. Again, we're gonna connect it now to the data set. So you're gonna click on this option right here. Once you select a picture, you're gonna see the connect to data. You click on it. Once this little window shows, just make sure you select reviews collection data set, and then image source is gonna be image. Then there's nothing else here that you need to do, so just don't worry about that. Just close it. Then we're gonna move to the next one. The next one is the name, so we're gonna click on this. Then this is automatically connected, so we're gonna go here and we're gonna put full name. And then on the next one, we're gonna select it again, connect to data, and this is already there. And then we're gonna go here, and this is the title review. Next, we're gonna go to the description. Let me just make this a little longer. We're gonna connect it, and this is gonna be the description. That's what we name it, okay? So whatever you name it, that's what it's gonna go for. Then we just close it, and then the last one is the ratings. Again, connect to data, and then right here, just gonna find it, ratings, and that's number, and then you're just gonna close it, okay? So now when you click on any of them, you should be able to see that this is green, and that means it's connected correctly. So anything that's connected is working. I click on it and now it's green. This, if it has a yellow symbol on it, like an error, is because it's not connected to any database. So you need to connect it. Okay. So now we can click publish, and this is what's gonna make sure everything is gonna work. But before we start testing this, we gotta connect our form. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to Lightbox. We're gonna click on Light Form or Review Form. Just close this little thing. As you can see, this is its own thing, okay? So now the data set that is in the back is for that specific page, but we need to add one for this specific form. So we're gonna go here, Content Manager, add content elements, and you're gonna use form dataset. The one to display content is dataset. The one to upload content is called form dataset. So we click on this, and it has the little arrow right here because we need to go to settings. Once you're here, you're gonna find your collection, which is reviews collection. And as you can see, now it says write only. Now, let's say you added this by accident and you wanna change it because you're just displaying something, you can always change it. But because right now all we're doing is a form, we're just gonna leave it as write only, and this doesn't matter. Everything else is not gonna be able to change, so we'll just close it. First thing we're gonna select is the ratings. We're gonna connect it to the ratings. So that's it. We close this. Then we're gonna go to full name. Again, we're gonna click on the little snake. We're gonna go full name. Then the second one more time, this is gonna be email. Then the third one is gonna be write your review or review title, which we name it title review. And then the description, or where they're gonna write the review, and this is right there. And then last one is the button. We're gonna click on it, and as you can see, because it's a button, it will automatically show submit. So all we gotta click is submit. Now there's gonna be two little things that you can do here. You can add a success message. So once you click, it went up here. We're gonna add it over here. This is pretty much gonna tell the user, hey, your form was submitted, is working. But if for some reason there was an error or something, so we can click again. We can also add a failure message. So that way, if something didn't work, you can tell them something occurred, try again later. And then we just leave it there. This won't show once the page is published. So it just shows right now because we're editing, but it's not gonna be there. But just make sure you have the room and the space for it. So that's pretty much there. We don't need to do anything else. One thing you do need to do, maybe, if you want to. Gonna go back, click the button, click the little snake. Once they submit the form, they put the review, you can say, stay on this page, or you wanna send them to a specific link. So if you wanna send them to a specific link, we can, send them to another page. But if you don't wanna do that, you can just stay on this page. Then we're just gonna close this, and now we're gonna click publish. And then before we even continue, you're gonna click on the side of your screen, and now you're gonna see this little thing right here. Make sure this is on, because sometimes if this is not on, they won't be able to close this screen. So once that's completed, the other thing is move this thing to the side, and make sure you go here on the little white box. You just click on it and click on set triggers. And then we're gonna make sure this place right here where it says automatically display live box on pages, no. Why? Because we only want it to work when they click write a review. So make sure it's on no. Once you do that, just close this. We're gonna publish one more time, and then we're just gonna exit this. So we're gonna exit here, and the last thing we need to do is just click on this thing, edit text. We're gonna go here on the link, and then we're gonna select live box, and now it's on your review form. Okay. Now, if you created a page other than the live box, it's gonna be on their page. But this is how, again, I do it myself, just because it makes it much easier. Everything on one same page. You don't have to go somewhere else. Now we can close this, and now we can test it. So we're gonna go to publish, and we're gonna go to visit site. Once you go here, as you can see, there's nothing because nobody has write a review, but we can click here where it says write your testimonial, because that's what we name it. Then you see the form. Let's say this place deserves 5 stars. We're gonna name it testing testimonials or reviews, whatever you want to name it. And then here we're just gonna type testing yahoo.com. And then we're gonna name it something awesome. And then here we can just type anything we want. this place has the best sushi or something. Okay, so let's say we like everything, submit your review, and then it says your content has been submitted, so we can just close this. Now there is one thing that is happening right now. It's not auto loading, and that's because my Wix page, it's been open for a while. I always do that, but when you refresh the page, you'll see the reviews right there. So now it's, you know, 5 stars. It has the title of the review. It has the message that I just did. And then if I click one more time, I can do the same thing. I can give 4 stars, testing again. And then this is another email. And then gmail.com. And then something, okay. And then here we can type anything. Anything was okay. And then once you do that, just click submit review, and then it's done again. So we're just gonna refresh this page, and then there it is. So now your testimonials get added. And again, you didn't need to use any app. Wix does have an app to write reviews, but the only problem about that is they charge you after certain things, so you can do anything there. Oh, I don't know how I forgot about this, but there is one thing that we're missing here, is the picture. So why we don't have a picture, and that's totally my fault. So all you gotta do, because I forgot, is go back here, go where it says live boxes, click on review form, and we just need to add that section right here. Okay, so let me go here. We're gonna add it. Right here. Let's extend this a little bit and adjust this. And all we gotta do is go back here to the tool, go to where it says input, and then we're gonna go where it says upload buttons. We're gonna drag this one right here. We're just gonna put it right there. And then here we can name it upload your picture. And then that's it. This error is there, don't worry, because we're not adding a title to it, but it won't affect. So we'll just close this, go to the little snake, and then we're gonna go click here, and we're gonna add image. So now it's gonna be there, and now we can click publish. Now we're gonna close this, go to the site, and we're gonna scroll down. As you can see, these ones don't have a picture because we didn't add it, but doesn't matter. We're gonna go to write your testimonial. We're gonna click here, testing again. Gonna put that this is a 5-star review, and we're gonna do John yahoo.com, and then something amazing, I guess. Amazing. And then I really love it. Oh, but one thing is, 1 second, because we should be able to see the picture. So let me see why it's there. We publish. So I'm gonna visit this. For some reason it wasn't showing. There it is. Because on this one, if you notice, where'd it go? On the other one, it wasn't showing. Oh, this one, see? Because it didn't update right away. So we're just gonna close it. But now, as you can see, it's right there. Just make sure, if you don't see it right away, because I went too fast, just refresh the page, and now it's there. Again, testing yahoo.com, and then love it. And then here, when you click upload your picture, you can add, let's say, this lady right here, and then we're gonna be I really love the service, and then submit your review. And now you just wait. Depends on how heavy the picture is. It might take a little longer, but as you can see, now you have the success message. And then you can just close this. We're gonna refresh the page and you should be able to see the picture. There it is. So now you can make sure it works. You can test it one more time, and that's it. It was very simple, very easy to do. You know, it wasn't that difficult, I hope. And please, if I'm not very clear about things, feel free to come and be like, hey, you know, can you be a little bit slower, or can you be a little bit faster? Whatever that makes the video, you know, better to understand and that can help you, just feel free to let me know. You know, I love feedback, and if that makes it better, you know, I'll try to improve these videos. So yeah, something awesome. So I'm just testing one more time. We're gonna add another picture. Let's add this person right here, and then something testing, and then we're just gonna click submit. And if there's an error, let's say the picture was too big or something, then you'll see the please try again later. So we're just gonna close this. Gonna refresh the page, and there it is. So as you can see, the pictures are there, the name, the title, and the ratings, and that's it. There's only gonna show up to 7 reviews, and every new review is gonna be going on the top. But if you wanna adjust it different, you can just go back here, close this, exit this. You go to the content manager, click on this, and then you can decide how you want the reviews to show by selecting this filter right here. So let me show you. See here where it says sort, we can click add specific sort, add sort from A to Z, from Z to A, sort by full name, sort by ID, by image, by ratings. So if you want to select ratings, you want to go from high to low. That way it only shows the best reviews. Somebody types any bad reviews, it's just going to go at the bottom. I know it's not, I shouldn't be saying that, but you know, there's times where people just not happy for something and they just write a bad review, but that's how you can do things. Okay. So we're gonna see if this one is updated again. I'm gonna go to the site, I'm gonna go here, and right now if you notice, I didn't set it right, but it's going from low to high, but you want to do the other way. You want to go from high to low. So just switch it again, and then you're only gonna see the best reviews at the top, and any bad reviews are gonna be pushed down. So yeah, hopefully this video helped you. If you notice something, just creating this form can help you for many things. You can use it also for people that want to add content to the website. So you can use the same method for other things. It doesn't have to be for reviews, but now you learn how to add a form and how to connect it to a database so it can be displayed anywhere else. So that's very useful, and it can be used for other type of projects. So just keep that in mind, and please, if you have any other questions or you need help doing this, just send me a message and I'll be very happy to help you. Okay, have a good one and talk to you next time.